guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I know a lot of you guys prefer this setup where it's a lot more casual and I'm using my vlogging camera, so that's what I'm using today to film this video. So today I'm going to be talking about my personal favorite high-end foundations. I'm going to start off with telling you my skin type, which is very dry. I am a little bit more normal to dry. I have very red cheeks. My skin is pretty sensitive, and I also have acne-prone skin. That's my skin type. I have an oily T-zone on very rare occasion. My cheeks are usually significantly dry, but my T-zone will get very oily, really depending on what I'm doing that day, like anyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 foundations that I want to show you guys that are my favorite and I think are worth the money, and I also have a little mini review on them. I pulled up the app on my phone too so that I'm able to tell you guys a little bit more about it other than my review. So my first favorite is the Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation. This is probably my holy grail foundation out of all of these. It is up there. I wear the color Awakened RG45, which is a great, more ivory tone with a yellow undertone. Yeah. So this foundation is powered by 100% pure argan oil. It has nutrient-rich pigments and it gives you a vibrant, glowy finish. It's so breathable, it's very lightweight. You don't really feel like you're wearing foundation with this, yet it gives amazing coverage and it looks so airbrush on the skin. That's a big thing for me. I want to eliminate all the texture that I can with foundation, and this one definitely does it for me. I also feel like I haven't been breaking out as I've been using this. With most foundation, if I do wear foundation every single day, my face will literally start breaking out like crazy, and this is one of the few that doesn't do that for me. So it says that the R is for more rosy undertones and the G is for neutral or golden undertones. So I got a G undertone because I want to be more golden-y looking. So it doesn't have any parabens, no sulfates, or I don't know how to say that, but it's good for your skin. It's dermatologist recommended and tested, and it's good for sensitive skin. Oh, this is interesting. 100% of subjects noticed an increase in their moisture, and a lot of people also improved with their skin texture as far as smoothness and softness, and it also helped with calming their skin condition, basically helping with scarring, inflammation, and rosacea. I love this thing. My next favorite is a classic. It is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation. They did reformulate this to have a higher percentage of hyaluronic acid, which is great for moisturizing. I just love this foundation because it just makes your skin look so airbrushed, so perfect. The only downside I have to say is that this foundation does not last on me. Ever since they reformulated it, it does last a little bit longer, but when I do have like an 8-hour shift and I have to go somewhere prior to that, basically like a 12-hour day, this will separate and it just does not last on me, which blows because it looks so good for the first 5-6 hours. I love this more for events, for anywhere that I'm going to be taking photographs, and I just love it. I prefer it with the Beauty Blender, but a lot of people say that it looks better with a brush. I don't know, I just think it's a classic. It's great to mix with any foundation as well. It does look like skin. It makes you look absolutely poreless and airbrushed. And they have so many colors. Like if you go to Sephora, you're gonna be overwhelmed by the amount of colors that they have. Like I can honestly say I probably match up to like 3 of those colors on the market. This is a great foundation, especially for people who just want to try a basic nice foundation for events. I always recommend them this. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And the next favorite is also by Makeup Forever. It is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick. This is great. I will use this when I have a very long day, a long shift, or my skin just isn't looking nice. What I love about it is that yes, it is a stick form, so all you have to do is like swipe it. I usually always let my clients like look at themselves in the mirror and I'm like, just watch. I do 3 swipes and I just blend it out, and they are amazed every time by the coverage. It is full coverage. I will admit you might want to use a lot more less if you prefer a natural look and you just want it to last all day. It's a very radiant finish as well. I have noticed that a lot of people that have a lot of cystic acne, this, because it is more of a radiant finish, needs to be set or else it just create more of a textured look, but if you are more on the dry side, highly recommend this for a full coverage, lasting foundation. I love it. I swear by this foundation. It is very beautiful, very great. If you are having trouble with it like caking up or separating, highly recommend changing up your primer. I have noticed that a lot of primers don't work with this. I have to use very specific primers. I know any from the Makeup Forever line will obviously work amazing with this, but I have tried like the Benefit Professional and it's a nightmare. Like it separates all over my face. I have tried like Tarte. I've tried many different primers and this foundation is very picky with what primers it likes. Alright guys, so for my next favorite, it is the Sephora Collection Mist Airbrush Foundation. I honestly just added this to my favorites collection. I have just started using it probably not even a week ago, but it's what I'm wearing right now. It is one of my favorite foundations. I like to apply it on the back of my hand or on the back of like a disc or a tray and apply it with my beauty blender, but it just makes your skin look so perfect. I genuinely think that this is a great airbrush foundation. I have tried the Dior airbrush and I absolutely hated it. One, because it was like $65 and it was so expensive. I think it was more than that actually. Two, there was barely any product in it. And three, it did not last. It separated so horrifying on my face. Like, I have a lot of redness and my foundations normally have more of like a beigey neutral undertone. So, you know, I need my foundation to last because if I like separate it, you can see my pinkness peeking out and I hate that. So that foundation, I had the highest expectations. I think I wore it to an event and I'm not kidding you, like my makeup from my nose was completely gone. I was eating too, so it was all gone through here. I was using powder and everything, and the more powder I put, the worse it got. It was just terrible. I literally returned that. On the website, it says that it controls shine and blurs imperfections for up to 10 hours with a satin finish. Highly agree. It has weightless microfine pigments of InstaBlend technology that ensures that the color you lay down can be built up. Highly agree. So when I first applied this, it honestly just looks like skin and I'm like, where to go? So I have to keep building it up to get as much coverage as I want, but I really like it because it's very light to full coverage. It's awesome. And what else? It has a soft focus airbrushed finish. Oh, and it also helps, so it has, I can talk. So it also has mineral rich red algae, which protects the skin from environmental stresses. AKA, it is anti-aging. Oh, and it's non-comedogenic and dermatologist tested, and it is not tested on animals. Good job, Sephora Collection. That's amazing, amazing. The price point for this is also like $28. Way better than freaking Dior. This is in the color medium for those wondering, and it is also oil-free, fragrance-free, and it's waterproof. I did not know that it was waterproof. This is waterproof. Wow, didn't know that. So my next foundation favorite is actually very pricey. It is $62 on Sephora's website, but they also have a smaller size of it. It is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I love this foundation, but my skin has got to be poppin'. It cannot have any breakouts. Like if I have any breakouts, this will not cover it. Like I need to use like 10 concealers to cover it. What I like about this is that when my skin, you know, doesn't have any acne, it hides my redness very naturally. It is a foundation that when I wear it, it looks like you're not wearing any foundation. It just looks like your skin is so smooth and soft and naturally radiant, gorgeous. It really helps with smoothing everything out, and I'm not kidding you, whenever I wear this, I will sometimes like look in the mirror and I'm like, my face looks so like face-tuned almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looks like I'm a walking Instagram filter with this foundation. That's how I feel. I wear the shade number 4, but I personally think it might be a little bit too light because it's very yellow on me and it matches my concealer, which is probably not a good thing. I just really like this foundation. It is amazing. Usually when I wear this, it's for like a date night or, you know, yeah, lunch date where I just want to look very naturally airbrushed. This is my go-to foundation. It's a pricey puppy, but I literally have this like saved for special occasions. It's just amazing. I love this. I love this. If you have the money, splurge because it's great. If you have like almost perfect skin, just a little bit of hyperpigmentation, just get this and thank me later because it's amazing. So for my last favorite, I actually have backups of it. It is the IT Cosmetics CC Bronzer. So this isn't necessarily a foundation you'd use on its own. It is a really, really softly pigmented CC cream, but it's in a bronzer shade. So as you can see, it has some color to it. What you do, or how I use it, oh, and it smells so good. How I personally use it is I'll grab like my foundation and I'll put it on the back of my hand, and then I'll grab this and I'll put a pump of it and mix it. So like I was saying, this color feels a little bit too light for me. I'll go ahead and mix it. I don't know what it is about this, but it gives me more coverage. It makes my skin look a lot more smoother, and it doesn't dry me out, yet it doesn't make me oily, and it gives me like the perfect bronzy finish. I've tried so many of those like foundations that you like mix. Like I've tried the Cover FX drops in like a darker color. I've tried mixing like the same foundation just in a darker color, and I'm never satisfied. But the second I whip this out, it's like amazing. I always bring one, especially when I go on vacation, because I don't know, my skin will like just randomly bronze up for like 2 days and then it'll go back to its light shade. So my skin tone is always changing, and I just need this in my life. It is excellent. This is just one of my favorite products. I personally feel like I'm gonna have to buy a couple backups of this, because if they ever discontinue it, I'm gonna like cry and buy it overpriced on eBay. Oh yeah, because it's so good. Alright you guys, so this actually ends my foundation favorites for my high end. I will be filming my drugstore favorites soon. My phone is going off, I'm sorry. So I have 2 that I'm kind of thinking about including, so I'm going to actually try them out a couple more times. Have a great day, you guys. I'm gonna stop rambling. I love you. Bye.